If it's not on Prime TV2, verify it. Our dedicated reporters across the country bring you accurate, well-researched news, keeping you informed 24/7. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at Prime TV2 Zambia. Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.
Start your day with Sunrise Breakfast Show. The flagship morning show on Prime TV2. Wake up to breakfast news as it happens.
What if you're not away?
In-depth discussions on the day's top stories, live reporter checkings from across the country, expert analysis on government policies and their impact, the latest local and international sports. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at PTV2 Zambia. Sunrise Breakfast Show, only on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news.
What we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Bassar University, where you stand for what matters.
And a warm welcome to Prime TV2 News, the home of breaking news. We are coming to you live on Topstar Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, PTV2 Zambia. Now let's take a look at stories making headlines. A 70-year-old man of Ntasa area in Kapiri, Ponshi District, Central Province, has died while another has reportedly gone blind after drinking a methylated spirit concoction. 17 people have been arrested, including the alleged mastermind, in connection with the murder of a woman accused of causing men's private parts to disappear. Residents of Kwesha village in Chipili district. Former Minister of Information and Patriotic Front PF member Chimba Kambwili has pleaded not guilty to illegal departure charge. With the news in detail, my name is Maidon Kilalo. We start the news on a sad note. A 70-year-old man of Ntasa area in Kapiri Mponshi District, Central Province, has died while another has reportedly lost his sight after consuming a toxic homemade beer. The beer is believed to have been made from methylated spirit, water, sweeteners, and other substances. The deceased has been identified as Felix Machiko, while the other victim, Philip Simaluma, is currently admitted to Kabwe Central Hospital after becoming visually impaired. The incident occurred on Thursday, March 19, 2026. Joseph Chambihi has the details.
One would think he is able to see, but that is far from the situation at the moment. This is 70-year-old man who has been identified as Philip Simaluma of Kapiri Mponsh's Mukonchi area who has gone blind after taking a concoction.
8 cup. Okay. Sweeted it was to miro tunaitwa sika. Aga spirit bomwe. Okay. Okay. Mwagali mu Thursday ikakuseni twakahamba witwa ikumusankwa ngotukala limwe ulaina la pale kazongo ikuti kamubalika kamubola kuno bakazeni banu bamushaya baleka kubona meho sombo twakabaleta omwe mwaka ikuba mu Friday iji ndija kuma 15 to 16 so mutoka babaliha kujibadela kuno no ino wajindi jino kotubede abamudala balega kubona meho.
It has been mentioned that a friend to him actually died and burial took place on the 22nd of March 2026.
Onongo bagali kunywa limwe ho yabajita bobo waloga hwidali mwibya jiro gali kuzikwa.
Well, the Sun has disclosed to this journalist that this is not the first case, as many in the area.
Triple festi bagaho abantu bali 9 twakaliko kumalira. Then triple second ogo kwali kukavanga, triple second kujishinka akwalo bagaho abantu bali 5. Then omwe mwali kumbi wakavaya bomeho. Then aba ni third trip ino yakuba problem ya mwihoboyo.
It is important that sensitization is done to ensure that the concoction that people entertain, which is taking people's lives and putting others in a serious health condition, is stopped. Reporting for Prime TV News in Kawe District, Joseph Siambehe.
Thank you so much, Joseph, for that report. Now, Michael Musa Jr. reports that the Zambia Police Service has now apprehended 17 people, including the alleged mastermind, in connection with the murder of a woman accused of participating or practicing witchcraft in Kalumbila district. Police spokesperson Godfrey Chilabi confirmed the arrests, saying investigations are ongoing and operations have been intensified, with more arrests expected. He stressed that all individuals involved in the crime will be brought to justice. Mr. Chilabi revealed that some suspects are believed to be hiding in the bushes.
Of the suspects apprehended, 3 are female. All suspects remain in custody and investigations are ongoing. The case was initially reported by Mr. Mwalede Siamuchimba, aged 39, of Solwezi, who informed police of the fatal assault on his cousin. Police will continue to arrest all individuals found to have participated in this crime as part of efforts to ensure accountability and deter acts of mob justice. To enhance security and restore calm, Police Command has deployed additional officers from the School of Public Order Maintenance mobile unit based in Kamfinsa, Kitwe. Officers are conducting increased patrols on foot and by vehicle in Kalumbira district and surrounding areas. The Zambia Police Service strongly condemns this act of mob justice, including the destruction of government property by the mob during the incident. Members of the public are urged to remain calm and report any suspected criminal activities to the police rather than taking the law into their own hands. The service is also concerned about the circulation of video and distress to members of the public. We therefore urge everyone to refrain from sharing this content and to act responsibly, respecting the dignity of the deceased and her family. Members of the public with any information related to this case are encouraged to contact the police using the following dedicated numbers: 0978 617 821. 0977 74 3356 or 0977 41299. All information received will be treated with utmost confidentiality in accordance with standard operating procedure. Further updates will be provided as investigations progress. Thank you.
In a related development, the clergy in Chingola district on the Copper Belt have backed President Hakainde Hichilema's call for justice in Kalumbila district of Northwestern Province. Bishop Joseph Kajila has described the act as uncalled for and unacceptable, noting that no one deserves to lose their life in such a humiliating and painful manner at the hands of fellow citizens. Meanwhile, Pastor Simon Kafula of Living Water Faith Chapel Church has urged members of the public to refrain from taking the law into their own hands, emphasizing the importance of allowing the justice system to prevail. More in the following report.
Bishop Joseph Kajila and Pastor Simon Kafula have stood together, their voices united in condemnation of the brutal mob killing of a local named Chingola businesswoman in Kalumbila district. Bishop Kajila described the act as uncalled for and unacceptable in a civilized society.
And now we have the fate of a woman who's just trying to make ends meet, looking for some business like another person, goes to Kalumbila, and she's accused that she has taken someone's parts. Then a mob quickly descends on her and her life terminated. We want to condemn these heinous acts and called for. Zambia is a Christian nation. And I think it's time that every one of us needs to wake up. We cannot continue to tolerate demons, evil spirits, Satan doing his runs and getting it scot-free without being challenged.
The bishop's words echoed the sentiments of President Hakainde Hichilema, calling for justice and accountability for those responsible.
The Republican president has done well, actually, to call for the arrest of all those people, and we want to echo that, to support it. The law enforcers should move. I mean, their videos. Go hunt everyone out who was seen in that. In those videos. So, at the end of the day, what are we doing as a people? We are tarnishing our image before the international community.
And Pastor Simon Kafula urged the public to refrain from taking the law into their own hands.
Justice is unacceptable. We condemn it strongly. Let's not take the law in our own hands.
Meanwhile, Bishop Kajila's concerns went beyond the immediate incident as he expressed a worry about the rising cases of killing one another in Chingola district.
I believe it's no more time for us to be pretending. Chingola has a problem. Let's not even beat about the bush. It's not normal that major incidences that are terrible in nature happen in Chingola. Where on earth would you expect a 75-year-old man to brutalize and kill his wife? It's unacceptable. We're looking at these things as moral issues, but I believe these are spiritual things. And so, us in the church, all of us, let's gang up together. Let's forgo our denomination differences, whatever differences. Come, we seek God. Bible says, whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Reporting for Prime TV News, Derek Chitiamba in Chingola District, Kobot Province.
You're watching Prime TV2 News, and we're coming to you live on Topstar Channel 110 and streaming on our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. We now take a break, but still to come, former Minister of Information and Patriotic Front PF member Chimba Kambwili has pleaded not guilty to a charge of leaving the country without appearing before an immigration officer. Don't go away.
Start your day with Sunrise Breakfast Show. The flagship morning show on Prime TV2. Wake up to breakfast news as it happens.
Not if your name where?
In-depth discussions on the day's top stories. Live reporter checkings from across the country. Expert analysis on government policies and their impact. The latest in local and international sports. Catch us on Topstar Channel 110 and follow us on Facebook at PTV2 Zambia.
Sunrise Breakfast.
Sunrise Breakfast Show only on Prime TV2.
What do we stand for? We stand for possibility, for the belief that every tomorrow begins with a choice made today. We stand for growth, for curiosity that pushes boundaries, for knowledge that prepares you not just to adapt, but to lead. We stand for community, for minds that don't just think, but connect, for hands that don't just build, but uplift. We stand for experiences that shape you, for friendships that anchor you, for courage that carries you beyond this place. Here you become more than a student. You become a maker of solutions, a believer in dreams, a contributor to something greater than yourself. This is where purpose meets possibility. This is where futures are built. Charles Brook Bassar University, where you stand for what matters.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for still staying with us. We continue with the rest of the news. Our court reporter Namango Ramshokabanji reports that former Minister of Information and Patriotic Front PF member Chimba Kambwili has pleaded not guilty to a charge of leaving the country without appearing before an immigration officer. Mr. Kambwili faces one count of departing Zambia without presenting himself at a port of entry, an act contrary to the Zambian law. Appearing before Lusaka Magistrate Court, Magistrate George Njovu for plea, Mr. Kambwili denied the allegation. Magistrate Njovu has since adjourned the matter to 4th May 2026 for the commencement of trial.
Patriotic Front member Chimba Kambwili has denied any attempts to leave the country without notification of authorities from the Immigration Department. This is after he pleaded not guilty to one count of departing from the country without appearing before an immigration officer at a port of entry, which is contrary to Section 16(1) as read together with Section 56(1) of the Immigration and Deportation Act No. 18 of 2010 of the laws of Zambia. Particulars of the offense stipulate that Chimba Kambwili, on an unknown date but between the 1st and the 30th of January 2024, being a Zambian national bearing a Zambian passport, had without authority departed from Zambia and failed to appear before an immigration officer at a point of entry as required by the law. When the matter came up Monday morning before Lusaka Magistrate George Njovu, Kambwili, who is also the former Minister of Information, stated that he understood the charge but denied committing it. And Magistrate Njovu entered a plea of not guilty and therefore adjourned this matter to May 4th, 2026 for possible commencement of trial. Meanwhile, Kambwili is yet to call witnesses to aid his defense in a matter that is charged with unlawful assembly, as he was found with a case to answer and was placed on his defense. In this particular matter, Kambwili is accused of having gathered with the youths at his residence in Lusaka with an intention to disturb public peace, which is against the laws of Zambia. Reporting for Prime Television News, Namango Ramshokabanji.
Let's now move to Luapro Province, where residents of Kwesha Village in Chipili District have expressed concern over the increasing cases of home deliveries, which they say are being caused by the long-distance expectant mothers have to travel to access health services. The community has told PTV2 News that pregnant women from Kwesha and surrounding areas are forced to walk more than 10 kilometers to the nearest health facility, a situation they say is contributing to the growing number of home deliveries. One of the residents, Miriam Mwila, said it is unfortunate that the area member of parliament and local councillor have not yet considered establishing a health post within the affected communities. Ms. Mwila said Kwesha Village is yet to benefit from the Constituency Development Fund, CDF, which she noted has helped many other communities access nearby healthcare services through the construction of health posts. She has since appealed to government to urgently intervene and help address the situation, stressing that the long distances are compromising the dignity and safety of expectant mothers in the area. More in this report.
The community of Kawesha village in Chipiri district of Luapula province has raised a number of challenges affecting their daily lives, with long distance to access healthcare services topping the list. The residents say the situation has allegedly forced some expectant mothers to give birth on their way to health facilities due to the lack of nearby medical services.
Bushaimwe kumulema po 06 ukuya hospital mwayafika 11 hours hospital intamfu tulenda kuno kuchipiri temu chipiri fye mweke mo twaikala mu masai juma pusana tulema 06 ukuyafika kudia kuchipiri ala ni shuli no muntu uli pa maternity ulio muntu nga waimeyo 06 wayafika 11 hours kudia hospital apapira munshira muda munshira papira kuda hospital balaba kulipirisha ndala meikulati yo muntu apapira munshira era ni shama transport kunota watu pela tuleshingwana na mafia yengi ambulance hapa tipirika no muntu aba mumfuelo bamusendo kuya kumutwalo ko kumansa era kabiri ama operation na yafula kuno umuntu fyenga afya pa hospital fyanangwa lina makaya kupapa kano bamubombera mushema nasifya ne fya muletere kuno kuchipirie bwe kusambirira fyoko kuine.
Davis Kauma, a concerned family man, expressed disappointment over the situation, stating that the dignity and safety of expectant mothers in the area has been compromised.
Today irishanyako buyantanshi bwa clinic tatukwete abantu ntamfu balendo kyasanga kuli chipatara mu bantu bakwalesa na kulepa echo mulesanga tifiriko tazibana mayo abengi balepapira munshira echo balesangirwa na mafya yakwe batiri mbi muntu afiro okwanisha pakuyafika kula ku chipatara kulya apapira mu mushi ubona bwena buleba bwafya uwakwe batubu kulo kwa chichireta nensoni kuli bana chifyashi.
Meanwhile, expectant mothers are not the only ones affected by the distance challenge. Learners in the area are also forced to walk long distances to access education.
Musango we skulu aba ichoko bali amukusambirira na kulepa no busanso obuletitika mu musebo kanshi aba ichepa kuti bende bafike ku skulu chile tuletelo kusakamana sana nga nikuli ababa na abanono kanshi na ifo tule ilishanya ko mukwayo buteko butulelekeshepo iskulu nga fintu kalanda o afumapo imipa pile clinic tule ifwaya ne skulu mukwayo batulelekeshe kwa abana abanono bale chula sana ko bali akuma skulu na kulepa.
The community is now appealing to government to consider bringing health services and educational facilities closer to the people in order to improve their welfare. Pasco Mukabida, Prime TV News, in Chipiri District, Luapula Province.
You are watching Prime TV2 News. Take a look at our African proverb of the day. Let's take a look. To our viewers, you are welcome to send in your proverbs in any local language, translated into English with the meaning included. You can send them to PTV2 at ptvzambia.com or ptv2zambia at gmail.com. We continue with the rest of the news. The Southern Water Supply and Sanitation Company SWASCO has moved in to bury ditches between Indeco and Leisure Gardens that raise concern among local residents in Livingstone. This comes after the company completed fixing the sewer line that was leaking as a result of some houses that have been built on top. This also resulted in the blockage of the sewer line. SWASCO Regional Manager Chimunya Habenzu says works to bury the ditches are expected to be completed by Friday this week. He has, however, expressed concern over the construction of houses on top of the sewer line, saying this leads to challenges with the sewer flow. Kwalombota Mwanangombe has the details.
For some time now, residents of Dambwa site Kashitu area in Livingstone have been experiencing sewer spillage as a result of some houses that have been built on top of sewer line according to the Southern Water Supply and Sanitation Company. Due to this problem, the company had moved in to rectify the problem. However, in the quest to rectify this challenge, underground water surfaced, making it difficult for the company to complete works on time. However, as of Monday, 23rd March 2026, works to fix the sewer line have been completed, with now barring these ditches being done. Nchumunya Habenzu is Southern Water Supply and Sanitation Company SWASCO Managing Director.
We had an issue of a sewer blockage here in DSS. So when we tried to unblock it, it was discovered that one of the residents has built a house on top of the sewer line. So at that point we had two options, either to bring the house down or to divert the line. So we opted to divert the line, and this is what is happening here. So on diverting the line, we encountered a serious challenge here on the road, where because of it being a rain season, the water table has become very, very high. So excavation has been a challenge, where we're excavating and water is coming from the ground, thereby making the walls of the excavations collapse from time to time.
Mr. Havens, who says before the end of this week, works to bury these ditches are expected to be completed so as to allow flow of traffic that has currently been blocked.
We have managed, we have put up a line. What we are just doing now is, and we have done the connections, of course. So what we are just doing now is we're just trying to bury the ditch which we had excavated as we are replacing the line. So we are expecting before the end of this week, maybe by Friday, we'll complete the building of manholes and also burying the trench which has caused traffic challenges here on this road.
He has, however, expressed concern over community members that have continued putting up structures on top of the sewer line, resulting in blockages and the disturbance of the sewer flow.
So the biggest challenge we have is the community building on top of the line. So this is just one point where
use alternative routes due to this problem, which is expected to be rectified as soon as possible. Kwalombota Mwanagombe reporting, Prime TV News in Livingstone, Southern Province.
Minister of Technology and Science Felix Mtati has observed the need to invest in digital skills, fostering innovation and creating policies in order for citizens to fully participate in the digital economy. Mr. Mtati says bridging the gap is not just a matter of technology, but empowering people, cultivating talent, and unlocking the potential of the youth to drive economic growth. He has, however, said that the government remains committed to continue leading in the digital transformation efforts, including the development and implementation of the new ICT and National Digital Transformation Strategy. Mr. Mtati states that the move demonstrates Zambia's commitment to building a resilient and secure digital future. He was speaking in a speech read on his behalf by Ministry of Technology and Science Assistant Director Communications, Wangambula, at the 2026 Liberty Corn Africa Conference in Lusaka. We have more details in the following report.
Young people from over 7 selected African countries have gathered in Lusaka for the Liberty Corn Africa Conference, aimed at fostering networking, innovation and skills development in technology and entrepreneurship. Minister of Technology and Science Felix Mtati graced the event, represented by the Ministry's Assistant Director for Communications, Wangambula.
The Ministry of Technology and Science continues to lead in the digital transformation efforts, including the development and implementation of the new ICT policy and the National Digital Transformation Strategy. Steps that demonstrate Zambia's commitment to building a resilient and secure digital future.
In a speech delivered on his behalf, Mr. Mtati emphasized the need to invest in digital skills, foster innovation and implement progressive policies that will enable citizens to fully participate in the digital economy.
By investing in digital skills, fostering innovation and creating inclusive policies, we can ensure that every Zambian, regardless of location or background, can fully participate in the digital economy. Bridging these gaps is not a matter of technology. It is about empowering people, cultivating talents, and unlocking the potential of our youth to drive economic growth, social development, and national prosperity.
Meanwhile, local entrepreneur Moses Waliasinkala has called for the regulation of mobile money transaction rates to enhance and promote seamless regional digital trade.
So I'm usually trying to move money from my country into Tanzania and get goods. And of course, there's so many challenges that we do encounter sometimes. And these usually are due to, let's say, regulation. When I'm trying to deposit money, for example, because certain goods will have to come to the national, right? And you find that if you want to deposit a certain amount, there are withdrawal charges. Those are very, very high charges.
And Students for Liberty Director of African Programs, Linda Kavuka Kiguhi, has urged young people to leverage various technological tools to drive trade, investment, and economic growth across the continent.
As a young person today, you should have a number of tech tools with you, isn't it? And if you do not have them, make sure you bridge the gap. I've realized most of you do not know what cryptocurrency is. You have no idea what Bitcoin is. But as we move on, ignorance is not acceptable in our digital age, isn't it?
Michael Himosa Jr., Prime TV News, in Lusaka.
Well, that item ends the news on Prime TV2, the home of breaking news. But before we go, let's take a recap of stories that made headlines. A 70-year-old man of Untasa area in Kapiri Mponshi District, Central Province, has died, while another has reportedly gone blind after drinking a methylated spirit concoction. 17 people have been arrested, including the alleged mastermind in connection with the murder of a woman accused of causing men's private parts to disappear. Residents of Kwesha village in Chipili district of Lopra province have bemoaned the rising cases of home deliveries due to lack of nearby health facility. Former Minister of Information and Patriotic Front PF member Chimba Kambwili has pleaded not guilty to illegal departure charge. Thank you so much for staying with us. But for these and other stories, like our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. On behalf of the entire news and production crew, my name is Maidon Kilalo. Present viewing.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Milk, pure, proudly Zambian, the taste of home.